DiAlto here, creator of Wild Soul Movement and this 8-day I Am Sacred experience. This video is day number 7 of I Am Sacred. This is your full-length Wild Soul Movement practice. Now, if you've been following along with the experience, this is going to be a really beautiful practice to integrate all the other things we've done over the course of the last 7 days. If you're just tuning into this video randomly because you found it somewhere else, or maybe your friend sent it to you and told you to try it out, it's still going to be an amazing tool for you to integrate whatever is going on in your life. So if you're not familiar with the Wild Soul Movement practice, here's the deal. Today, we get to honor the totality of your sacredness. Mind, body, soul, spirit, energy, heart, all of it. We are going to acknowledge through movement, mantra, and meditation every single corner of your body physically and just who you are as a human on this planet. So when I say we combine movement with mantra and meditation, we're going to start out with a meditation. Our mantra for the entire practice is going to be I am sacred, and the movement is really going to be a physical expression of those words, because this is about embodiment. So many of us read and journal, and we go to workshops, and we do yoga, and we are seeking to be better than who we are right now, and that's amazing. But it's time to actually just be better, to just feel better. And this practice is what's going to allow you to at least get a moment of your day to feel that, to get a glimpse, and to just really reprogram into yourself that in fact you are sacred no matter what, no matter who you are, where you're from, what you're doing, all these things that go on in the external world. Wild Soul Movement brings it inside, because that's where the love is. Even right now as I make this video, I'm navigating some personal, not fun stuff in my own life too. And I couldn't wait to get to the beach this morning, to get on my towel. Maybe you're in your living room and you're getting on a mat, wherever you are. This is where you get to just go in and where you get to honor and be with yourself. And this is where you get to remember the core tenet of Wild Soul Movement, which is that everything you've ever needed has always, always, always been inside of you. So I'm here to be a guide for you. I'm going to walk you through movements, but at any given moment, if there's something that feels better in your body, you do that, okay? No one is a better authority or expert on your own life or on your own body than you are. So follow along, but this is all really about tuning into yourself so you can really deeply love, trust, and accept your sacred body. So let's get started. I want you to find a comfortable seat and just start to relax and breathe. Find the breath that feels the best to you. I'm going to be breathing in through my nose and out of my nose mostly. And as you start to breathe here, drop your shoulders down away from your ears, sit up nice and straight. I want you to scan your body. If there's any spots of tension, just focus on sending a little love and a little breath there. I want you to try here to breathe deeper than you've ever breathed before in your life. So as you take an inhale, imagine everything opening up in your lungs, in your throat, through your heart, in your sternum, in your belly, all the way down to your root chakra, to where your butt is connecting with the ground. And then as you exhale, also imagine opening up everything on the back side of your body, releasing any tension that might exist there. And as we begin to drop in, I want you to repeat your mantra, I am sacred. All throughout this practice, I'm going to repeat, I am sacred. You can repeat it to yourself or aloud. You can repeat it with me, or you can repeat it on your own. I am sacred. One of the reasons we combine movement with mantra in this practice is to take up the space that your thoughts would otherwise take up. This is not a thinking practice. Your mind is very limited. Your body is infinite potential. I ask you to be open in this practice today to discovering something you never even knew about yourself. Kind of like that moment on the dance floor when you bust a move you didn't even know you had. Your body is a genius. Give her a chance to show you today in this practice. I am sacred. If at any time a thought does pop in to distract you, just repeat your mantra. Boot it right back out. Let that mantra take up the space in your mind during this practice. Let it sink in and just become so true in your body. I am sacred. Notice maybe any resistance bubbling up in your body to doing this practice, maybe any excitement, or maybe any uncertainty because you don't know what to expect. It's all good. It's all sacred. I am sacred. A couple more deep breaths here. Maybe allow yourself an audible exhale if you want to let a big one go. And just be open in this practice to letting it get weird. Maybe some weird noises are going to come out of your body. Maybe some feelings are going to come up that you don't normally let yourself feel. It's all good. So many of us wait our whole lives to get permission to feel the way we feel as opposed to feeling the way we think we're supposed to feel. Let it be you today. So I want you to start to roll your shoulders back. Just a couple times back. A couple times forward. And like I said, we are going to address every inch, every corner of your body today. So let's start with your neck. Drop your chin to your chest. And I want you to start moving your head really slowly, circling towards the right. And I mean really slowly. Just when you think you can't go any slower, slow it down even more. This is how we indulge ourselves in every inch of our body. By slowing down. I am sacred. The next time your chin comes to your chest, whenever that is for you, take your head in the other direction. I am sacred. Maybe if you're at home indoors, imagine that you're here on the beach with me. Allow yourself to connect to the sound of the waves. Imagine the warm sun on your face. I love making these videos outside because aside from connecting to ourselves, it's an opportunity to connect to nature. And technically that's all we are anyway. Good, so when your head comes back, chin to chest, you can look up and I want you to go side to side, right shoulder to left shoulder. Again, keeping it nice and slow. Repeating your mantra however often feels good for you. Or just right along with me. I am sacred. And your eyes can be open or closed for this practice. I love keeping them closed because it really keeps the experience inside for me. See what feels best to you. Good, so I want you to slide your left hand down your towel or your mat or the ground wherever you are. Raise your right arm and reach over for a nice stretch. And just breathe here. I am sacred. And maybe you're feeling soft and this is a very gentle stretch. Maybe you're feeling strong and powerful and there's a lot of energy running through your body right now. It's all sacred. Reach over the other way. Very deliberate with your movement. Really indulging in every inch of motion. I am sacred. Good, I want you to place your hands behind you. And I want you to open up your chest. Send your chest towards me. And you can keep it here. Just open up. Maybe you want to release your head back. And if you're feeling it, I invite you to press your arms down and lift your hips and really open up that heart towards the sky, like a big offering to the divine to come into your body and help you remember the things that you've forgotten that make you sacred. How you are art, how you are worthy, how you are love and light and wild and free. Come on down, and I want you to stretch forward. And again, making this very deliberate, nice and slow. Making this very sensual, engaging with, like, how does your hand feel on the ground? How does the stretch feel? How does the breath feel moving through your body? I am sacred. Good, come on up. And I want you to come onto all fours. And again, I'm not a big stickler about form. The rule of thumb here is if it feels good, you're doing it right. So just get yourself here on all fours. Find a relatively neutral position, get yourself set. And I want you to breathe into some cat-cow. So inhale, look up, send your heart forward. Exhale, curve, bring your chin to your chest, and open up the back of your heart. We always think about the front of our heart. That's where we give, that's how we project love out into the world, but the back of our heart is where we receive it. So many of us with stiffness and tightness in our backs. You might notice that correlates to stiffness and tightness and challenges around receiving love. I am sacred. So we open up that physical space so that we can open up the energetic and the emotional space. Make room for what we want and invite it in. I am sacred. Okay, come back to neutral here. And I want you to begin to circle in your hips, doing your best not to move anything but your hips, so your head, neck, shoulders are rooting you down. Your arms, your hands, your knees, your shins, your feet. You're just circling through your hips here. Do not worry how it looks. It's all about the feel. How does this feel in your body? If there's any point in the circle that feels really good, like you're getting a good stretch or you just like it, feel free to pause there and really enjoy it. This practice is about enjoying the immense physical, intuitive pleasure, sensual pleasure of inhabiting a female body. And when I say sensual, I literally mean that your senses, your 5, your 6 senses, 6 if we include our intuition. When you come back to the middle, switch your circles the other way. Repeating your mantra, I am sacred, keeping this nice and slow. In the sake of this movement, we're not here to burn calories, we're not here to lose weight, we're here to just already be perfect and enjoy being in this body. Movement for the sake of movement and enjoyment. The beautiful thing is no matter what your body is like right now, maybe you're sick, maybe you're carrying a little extra weight, maybe you have an injury or an illness, maybe you just have a lot of crap going on in your life that's unpleasant. You can find pleasure, you can find enjoyment in this body right now, exactly the way it is. So I want you to come back to neutral. And if your wrists are a little sensitive, you can roll them out. You can take a break whenever you need to, come back when you're ready. You don't even need to pause the video. Honor whatever your body is asking you for. And you're gonna actually make some big circles. So coming all the way back. Again, nice and slow. And then open up your heart here. So these full circles. And maybe you want to play around with like how far away your hands are, how far apart your knees are, like really, again, find the expression of this that just feels so good. You can't even believe it feels this good to be in this body right now. I am sacred. And maybe you feel a little sexy because this is like really primal, animalistic. Sheila Kelly, the founder of S Factor, the original pole dance fitness, explains how our species, we are the only species on the planet without a mating dance. Wild Soul Movement's kind of like your mating dance for falling in love with yourself. Attracting and inviting in your own love, not somebody else's. So the next time your heart opens, send your circle back the other direction. And again, take so much time here. Take as much time as you want or you need. Make as much contact with your own body as you can. Maybe you let your cheek touch your shoulder. Your forehead grazes your arm. Maybe your breasts caress your thighs. You are sacred. I am sacred. This shit feels good. And that is allowed, girl. Yes. Opening up. Opening up our bodies physically. Opening up to the possibility that we've always been friggin' sacred. Ugh. Okay, wag your tail a little bit, shake it out. Now we're gonna come up. All right, we're grounded, we've been here. You are here. Now we're gonna shake some shit out. Let's release some stuff, okay? I just want you to imagine for the next few moments that anything you don't need, you don't even need to know what it is. Anything holding you back, anything standing between you and your sacredness and your deep and wild and passionate self-love is about to go. All right, so I want you to start by shaking out your arm. And just rigorously, however it feels good to shake it out. Just imagine you're letting it go. Give it to the earth. Ugh. Anything dark that you don't need, anything not serving you, maybe it's not even that big of a deal. Who cares? Let it go. Other side. Shake it out. Good, okay, so root yourself down. Shake out your shoulders. Get your chest and your belly involved. Maybe it's moving down into your lower body now. You got maybe a little Beyonce booty shake going, however it feels good. And then we're gonna go one leg at a time. So if you're in your house, you need to lean on something, you can. If you have good balance, don't worry about it. I think I have medium balance. I'll probably fall over a couple times. I'm still sacred. You are still sacred. Shake it out. Oh, it feels so good. Let it go. And then let's give it a nice big one. Give yourself a wide stance. And I want you to go this motion. I'll stand sideways so you can see, like pushing it out, letting it go, like whatever it is that you don't need is in there, get out. And if you even want to say that, get out, get out, get out. I learned this from a friend years ago. Get out, 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 get out. And sometimes it's scary to say or feel. Sometimes you just start shouting and screaming and crying and it gets a little bit crazy, and that's okay. I am sacred. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Oh. And then just any last little shakes that you need to get out, just let it all go. Do it your way. I am sacred. Whew. Good. And now we wake up your body. You probably already feel a little more energized than you did before because you just released a whole bunch of things you didn't need. But now I want you to tap. I want you to imagine every corner, every inch of your body, waking it up, acknowledging it, saying, hey, little cells in there, communicate with each other, make friends. Hey, little body, hey. I call things little. That's like an affectionate term for me, so I'm not really actually talking about size. Pat yourself down here. Give yourself some loving, some physical touch. You know, we tell ourselves, oh, I could use a massage. Why wait? Give yourself a massage. Give yourself some touch. It doesn't have to come from outside of you. You can give yourself anything you desire. Do not skip your private parts. Make sure, tap out those beautiful breasts. Get that belly. Get that booty, and whatever you can reach on your back, you'll probably surprise yourself how far you can reach on your back and your sides here. Try not to miss it. Get that booty inside those thighs. Do not skip over your vagina. She is one of the most sacred things on your body. That's a conversation for another day. Oh, yes. All the way down. Get that whole leg, both sides, and then hop a seat real quick. Get your feet, get your little toes. I am sacred. All of me, every friggin' thing about me. So sacred. Good. Come on back up to your feet. Let's come on to the end of your mat or your towel or whatever you're standing on, feet about hip distance apart. And I want you to take a deep breath. Hands come over your head. Palms come together. Rest your palms on your third eye, the space on your forehead right between your eyebrows. Repeat your mantra, I am sacred. Step on your lips. Repeat your mantra, I am sacred. Step on your heart. Repeat your mantra, I am sacred. And then place your hands in a triangle shape like this over your belly, over your womb, really, that space right below your belly button. And repeat your mantra, I am sacred. Let's do that again. We're putting this mantra in our bodies. Rest on your forehead, I am sacred. Your lips, I am sacred. Your heart, I am sacred. Your womb, I am sacred. This womb space for us women, whether you have a child or not, you want a child or not, you've lost a child, whatever has happened to you in this space is sacred. I'm going to do this a couple more times. Take it at your own pace. Pause in the places that feel best to you. I am sacred. At any point, if you get emotional, don't stuff it, please. Let it come out. I am sacred. Your tears are sacred. Your release is sacred. Everything about you is sacred. I am sacred. If you need to have a good cry, have that cry. I don't believe in holding in any emotions. My partner, something he learned in yoga teacher training, which I love, is never to hold in any release. It's like peeing or pooping. You wouldn't hold that in all day, or for days at a time, or for years at a time, right? You couldn't. Treat your emotions that way too. Treat your feelings that way too. I'm sacred. And of course, there's safe and healthy ways to express these things, but get them out. Release them. Honor them. Honor yourself. I am sacred. Good. Okay, from here, forward folds. And again, honor your body. Maybe you're super flexible, maybe you're not. Maybe you have some lower back pain, you want to bend your knees. I want you to find the fold here that just feels really good. Like it feels easy. Like no work is happening. You're just folded over. Couple deep breaths here, repeating your mantra, I am sacred. Walk yourself out into a plank position. Take a moment here to feel your strength. And if this is hard for you, you're welcome to drop down to your knees. But if it's not, stay on up on your toes. Imagine sending your breath through every area of your body. And I want you to do something here. So many times in classes that we go to, people tell us, oh, suck your belly in. Push your belly out for me, will ya? Push it out. Feel the strength of all these muscles we don't usually activate. And then I want you to come back into a downward facing dog. And enjoy the stretch. So what we're gonna do for the next couple breaths and moments is we're gonna go from an upward facing dog to a downward facing dog. If this is a challenge for you, I want you to come into a child's pose and come from child's pose into a modified upward dog where you stay on your knees, but raise your toes because it gives you a really amazing stretch down the front of your thighs and in your hips as well. But if not, come on into downward dog to upward dog. You can go back and forth, you know, do whatever you want. Ask your body, tune in. Repeat that mantra, I am sacred. Yes, you are, you are. And as always in Wild Soul Movement, you go at your own pace. Take your time. If your body is calling for something else, maybe a more static stretch or movement, give her that. You are in charge here. I'm just making some suggestions. I am sacred. So we're all going to come down to child's pose here. Knees nice and wide, toes together. Forehead to the ground. And in this moment, I just want you to pause and wherever you are, even if you're just like on the carpet in your living room or maybe your bedroom, I just want you to imagine that you're outside, that you're actually connecting with the earth, with Mother Earth, the Great Mother. And you're offering your sacredness to her in prostration as a gift and as a thank you for all she gives and all she does for you that we don't normally take the time to feel or acknowledge. Maybe listen and really deeply hear those waves behind me. Water and earth are both feminine elements. That's why I love the beach so much. Such an amazing place to connect with that great mother where two the elements meet each other, where the waves grace the shore. Allow yourself to feel that connection and know that that is also inside of you. I am sacred. Good, so come here. You're gonna come onto your knees. And we're gonna do some more hip circles. Actually, let's do some shoulders first. So I want you to roll your shoulders back, nice and slowly. And if being on your knees is uncomfortable, you're welcome to stand up. Nice and slow. And then gradually these circles are gonna get bigger. And you can get your arms involved. Again, I want you to move slow. I've been really deliberate with the circles, but you make them bigger on whatever pace feels good for you. If your head wants to move, let it move. And then eventually your arms really come into it until eventually you're just making these big circles with your arms. Good, repeat your mantra, I am sacred. And after a couple of those, bring your hands down to your side and I want you to roll your shoulders forward. Again, our intention is to honor every inch of our sacred body today, so we're really getting up in there. Let those circles become bigger as it feels good. Get your arms involved, and then eventually you're just making these big forward circles. Feeling whatever sensations you feel in your body, breathing however you need to breathe to support yourself. Good. And now we're going to circle through our hips. So play around with this. You want to put your hands down? Do you want to stay up? Keep it slow. You can even come all the way down. This could be like a squat, circle. I actually really like that. I like coming down in between. It feels really good for me, but you do what feels really good for you. I am sacred. I invite you to keep your hands on your body. Maybe caress that booty a little bit, rub your thighs. I mean, come on now, most of us, whether our thighs are big or small or muscular or not, most women are not into our thighs. So give them some loving. No one is gonna save you. No one is gonna love you more than you do. It's no one's job to acknowledge you in the ways you crave it if you're not doing it yourself. It starts with us. Send your circles the other way, and again, it's your pace. Pause wherever it feels good to pause, but keep those hands on that sacred body, please. I am sacred. Maybe you're noticing some strength. Maybe you're noticing some muscles that you don't usually use, and you're like, whoa, I'm waking some stuff up in here. Maybe it's uncomfortable. Maybe it's new and different, and you're like, who is this crazy bitch trying to get me to love all over my body? It's me. It's what I do. My goal is that it's you. It's what you do. I am sacred. Good. So stay here. Just take a moment. Maybe you want to come into a more comfortable seat than this. I kind of dig this. I want you to rub on those thighs a little bit more. I am sacred. As an aside, if you haven't tried the breast massage video yet, I'll make sure there's a link below this video wherever you're watching it, whether you're on YouTube or a play page on my website. You got to try the breast massage video. It's amazing. Okay. Come on up to your feet, however that happens for you, and then spread your legs nice and wide and take a wide forward fold. Remember, keep your knees bent a little bit if you have back injury or lower back pain or anything like that. Always honoring what feels good. So many of us have had those times when we're like trying to diet or lose weight, and we're working out intensely and we're pushing ourselves, and we push ourselves to the point of getting hurt, and then we can't even do the thing we set out to do anyway. So although we are limitless, sometimes we need to honor the limits so that we can expand bigger, right? There's this term in yoga called spanda, the expansion and the contraction, and sometimes we need the contraction so we can expand bigger. So let's play with that. I want you to find whatever stance makes you feel really grounded and rooted here. We're going to do one of my favorite things. This is the human heartbeat. So before we do the human heartbeat, I want you to kind of just let yourself undulate a little. Sway back and forth. Imagine you're like, what are these waves behind us? Your hands, your arms, let them do whatever they want. Maybe they're at your side. Maybe they're on your body. Get some undulation going. And then you can come down and roll up. Again, whatever expression of this feels great for you. If you have any knee injuries or anything like that, maybe you don't squat down so low. Do what feels good. Find the undulation in your body, your body's natural rhythm. We all have one. It's ever changing and evolving. What it is today, it might not be tomorrow. It's still going to be sacred. I am sacred, finding the breath that best supports you in this motion. Good, so now we've got this undulation. Let's circle through our hips a little bit. We have this undulation. God, we are so dynamic as humans, as women. These bodies, these hips. Send the hips the other direction. Good, keep your hands on your body. Be here with yourself. Please be here with yourself. I am sacred. Good. And now I want you to open your arms out. And I want you to like kind of stomp your heels a little bit, really like you're here. Be here. Open, open, open. I am sacred. And you're going to open up as wide as you can. And then you're going to, like you're hugging a beach ball. You're like a human heartbeat. Expanding and contracting. To pump the blood, to pump the life force, to pump the energy, to pump everything through you that needs to move through you. There's so much. And you are sacred and you can handle it. And you are sacred and you can love yourself. I am sacred. And if anything about this is uncomfortable in terms of like pain, just adjust your stance. Fine, it needs to feel good. It will feel good. Make some adjustments. You do not need to tolerate not feeling good. Open yourself up. Palms come above your head. Hands come to your heart. I am sacred. Open up, stretch out your chest here. So you can either clasp your hands, stack one on top of the other, but be a nice big stretch here. And then you'll forward fold in this stretch. This is a nice spot to take an audible exhale if it feels good. I am sacred. Good. Let those hands travel down your legs. Enjoy this last forward fold. Transition yourself down to a child's pose again. Just breathing for a few moments here, repeating your mantra to yourself, I am sacred. Preparing to close out our practice. So we're going to transition into our final Shavasana. If there's any last stretch or any last movement we haven't done that you want to do that would feel really amazing for you right now, please do it. And when you're ready, I want you to come onto your back. Toes out, heels in. Super comfortable position. I want you to scan your body for any place that needs some love and just send your breath there. Think about relaxing your shoulders away from your ears, softening all the corners of your face, your jaw, the space behind your eyes, the middle of your forehead, your hair. If your hair is tied back, take it out. Just another form of release. Palms up, position of receiving. Taking a moment to pause in gratitude for yourself, for this practice, for your sacred body. And now I'm going to shut up and let you enjoy your Shavasana. Just do me a favor. Keep that mantra running over and over and over again. I am sacred. I am sacred. I am sacred. As you breathe. would like to stay in your Shavasana, I invite you to stay for as long as you want. I'm going to start to wiggle my fingers and toes and bring myself back. Slowly come on up to a seated position. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So as we close out our Wild Soul Movement practice, whatever it is you believe in, whoever it is you pray to, if you do, I want you to thank your source, your creator, for this opportunity today. I want you to thank yourself. I want you to take a moment to feel the love, to feel the sacredness that you feel right now. Place your hands over your heart. And just one more time, repeat, I am sacred. And remember, this is always accessible to you, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing. You could be sitting at your desk and you get a stressful email and you could repeat to yourself, I am sacred, and you can come back here. If you were doing this as part of day 7 of I Am Sacred, make your post, use the hashtag I Am Sacred on Facebook or Instagram. I can't wait to know how you feel and how this experience was for you. If you were just randomly catching this video somewhere else, please find me. It's facebook.com/Liz DiAlto. You can email us at hello@wildsoulmovement.com. I'm on Instagram @Liz DiAlto. Or if you're on YouTube, you can just leave a comment below the video. How do you feel? How was this experience for you? What did you get out of it? I would love to know. How will you continue to honor your sacredness? Take one more deep breath. And that is it for us today, women. Thank you so much. This is a bonus video to teach you how to give yourself the best breast massage ever. Now, this is something I've adapted from a friend of mine named Kim Anami. I learned this in her Vaginal Kung Fu course. Now, if you want to learn more about Kim and her work, which is around sexual healing and